Hello there. Should be live now. Hey. I'm Red Galen, or Galen. I'm a developer, programmer at Red Hook Studios. I'm currently working on Darkest Dungeon 2, and I thought I would do a little bit of experimenting with streaming recently. It's been about a week since my last stream. I was intending to go live a little earlier than this, but ended up being kind of a busy week for me, so that did not happen. But I was originally considering maybe streaming SteamWorld Quest, which is a really cool game on the Switch, which sort of takes Slay the Spire card RPG elements and puts it into a kind of role-playing, or a more standard sort of role-playing adventure format. But yesterday, Klei released Griftlands, which is similar in many ways, in that it is also a almost Slay the Spire style card RPG, but it's a bit more it's more run-based, similar to Slay the Spire, but unlike SteamWorld Quest. And the really interesting thing is I played this a little bit yesterday, but I don't have my save files because it's on the Epic Game Store, and I played it at work, and Epic doesn't have cloud saves at the moment. But I wanted to start a new game anyway, so I didn't really bother bringing over the save files. So yeah. So Griftlands, I will add a Steam marker. Remember to do that. Call it show start. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, Griftlands from Klei. It's currently in their alpha phase on the Epic Game Store. As I understand it, they're going to be in alpha at the Epic Game Store for a year, and then they're going to be in beta on Steam Early Access for another year before fully releasing. Klei's most recent games, I think, have had 2 years of basically early access to them, so it makes sense that they would split that across the two platforms. I believe also, if I was reading their thread correctly, if you purchase it on the Epic Game Store, you end up they will also gift you a Steam key. So they're sort of like hedging their bets a little bit with, like, if, hey, you know, who knows where the Epic Game Store is going to be in a year, but you don't need to take the risk. And similar to Supergiant's Hades, they're basically doing their first year of early access on Epic. So let's get into it. Don't have a game on this computer yet, so it appears that basically this game is going to have 3 acts once it fully releases. But right now, only the first act is available, and if you saw from this screen a little bit before, they're going to be basically updating it in 2 weeks after its initial launch day, because it launched yesterday. So I guess they're going to be doing Thursday updates, maybe every 2 weeks, or maybe it's just going to be the first ones in 2 weeks. But I haven't looked at their full roadmap to see what is there. I think they posted it on their forums, but I haven't fully looked at it to see what is their exact rollout plans. But yeah, so starting as a new player, I basically don't really have any options. I'm doing the hunting Cassio arc. You're playing as Sal in the Murder Bay location, who's a bounty hunter with a chip on her shoulder and a glint in her eye. Sal escapes the life of servitude to claim the ultimate bounty and get her revenge. And so yeah, one of the big things about this game is that you basically have two different card decks. You have this negotiation deck that allows you to basically try to negotiate with the NPCs, potentially for like better rates on your quests or as part of the quest itself. And you have cards like Fast Talk or Threaten. And you gain more cards as you basically complete encounters. And then you have a battle deck, which is closer to sort of like Slay the Spire, in which you have like cards that change your defense for that turn and cards that do damage for that turn. There's a lot of cards that have these sort of like ranges, like the stab does 2 to 5. But if you look at like this other card called Sal's Daggers, when you play this card, you basically get a choice between either the Hammer Grip or the Saber Grip. And the Hammer Grip gives you combo points, which will basically, if you use a finisher card after building up a combo, it will spend that combo on the finisher card. Though I'm not actually 100% sure what the finisher cards are, because I haven't actually seen anything marked as a finisher. So, but the other, the Saber Grip's a little more straightforward because it basically will give you a card to apply bleed right on that turn. And you can see there's 0 cost. The cards that you get from Sal's Dagger, which costs 1, they'll cost 0 to apply. And basically, lost my train of thought there. Yeah, so similar to Slay the Spire, you basically can play 3 cards per round. So you get a random hand of about, it's either 5 or 6 cards. And then you can play basically 3, a cost of 3. You get a action point cost of 3, and I don't know if that ever changes. But also these cards can get upgraded as part of, I believe, sort of the run system in this game. So you've got all these different card unlocks as well. But let's get into it.
You're a bounty hunter. You escaped a life of indentured labor by hunting criminals and debt dodgers. The work has earned you your freedom, if not any friends. Now, you're back home for the first time in 10 years. But freedom comes with its own dangers, and making a living in Havaria won't be easy. Here, the gangs are feral, the law enforcement are corrupt, and the people are treated like chattel, indebted to merciless criminals. Criminals like Cassio, the ruthless debt broker who sold you to the Derricks in the first place. But now, Cassio's grip has weakened, and there's a bounty on her head too rich to ignore. You'll die before you go into debt again, and so will she, if you have your say. Your first stop is a dive called the Groggendog, where an old friend will help you get your revenge, provided you can prove yourself.
At first sniff, the Groggendog smells like stale hops and dried blood. Well, look what the tide dredged up. Fish. Fish. I guess her name's actually Fish. Fish. By the holy brine. I'd tear up if it weren't dead inside. Speaking of, that bounty on Cassio, how do we... And you can sort of like scroll over terms like some old school RPGs allow you to do, so you can see that Cassio is this Sparks Baron freelancer for a lot of these sort of in-world terms, which is really nice. Forget it. You might have grown up strong, but you ain't that strong. But that's not going to stop you from trying, is it? If you want a chance at surviving this, you better make yourself some friends fast. I can help with that. Feel I could count on you, Fish. Fish, because she's like fish, I guess. Haha. So yeah, so at the start of this run, Fish basically gives you a choice and between these 3 items. And interesting, these are different options than I had the first time when I played yesterday. which is kind of crazy. So I can upgrade a battle card. I can draft 2 battle cards, so 2 additional cards, or I can do the boombox, which will give me the spark grenade, which targets 2 random enemies. And it also draws another card and goes through defense, but it gets destroyed, so it's only 1 use, so it's 3 to 7 damage on 2 different enemies. That's pretty good if it draws an additional card. And then Shrapnel Grenade, which also gets destroyed at the end, applies 2 wounds and 2 exposure, which looks like inflicts 1 bonus damage on this target at the beginning of their turn, reduce wound by 1, and when... So I guess it would wound them once for 2 turns, if I'm reading that correct. And when receiving defense, reduce the amount by 50%. So exposed... So when they're using defensive cards on themselves, they will get 50% of the benefit, which is also pretty good. This sounds like I might want to upgrade my base level attack cards. I don't know if that upgrades all of them, but also these 2. I'm gonna try upgrading. Looking to get rough. Okay, so it looks like it's just 1 card, so it might have been better to go with the other ones, but guaranteed damage upgrade on elbow strike. Okay, so finishing strike. Here we go. So spend 3 combo, up to 3 combo, deals 2 bonus damage per combo spent. Or I can gain 3 counter, which would do 3 damage back to the enemy, it looks like. I'm going to do Finishing Strike so that I can actually start building combos. And she's got some additional topics that you can basically ask about, but I'm going to get to work. I got people in my pocket who owe me a favor. Durno, Healit, and Rudana. They're easy people to find. Durno is a spree raider. Healit is an admiralty general. And Rudania is an admiralty clerk. Tell them I sent you, and they can settle their tabs by giving you work. Get that done, and I'll give you a plate of popped Oshunu eyes on the house. Oshunu is a domestic giant snail used for food, transport, and entertainment. Bless your warty hide, fish. I'll hold you to that. Now I can leave. Alright, so the interesting thing about Griftlands is that I actually played this 2 years ago at PAX, and it was a very different game. Like, it was a game where you had a character that you were exploring around on a map that was scrolling kind of like, you know, a isometric game like Diablo or something. And then you would enter into shops and whatnot, and one of the interesting mechanics was that you could basically pick a fight with any NPC. You could just go up to a shopkeeper and be like, "Hey, buddy," and start fighting them, which was kind of crazy. It feels like basically Klei is really trying to capture a lot of the feel that you get from tabletop RPGs. That you often miss in CRPGs, computer RPGs, video game RPGs. And so, yeah, it's this, they've basically and also it had a more traditional, I remember it having a more traditional RPG combat system. But now everything's a card system, and this map is just this fixed map with these points. But as you see when I go somewhere, let's actually look at these. So recon on enforce, you also get this difficulty for everything. Investigate a wilderness locations for signs of illegal activity. Back channel negotiations. Rodana is looking for a business partner among the spree. So that's kind of like tying into my main quest. And Durne is offering you a reward for finding the thief who stole from him. So these two involve the two characters that was talking to me about, and this one just seems like a bonus quest, basically, which will get me some card and some money. Which actually might be not a bad idea to do that first. But both of these can also be combat and negotiation. Actually, let's go to the back channel negotiations. So my character actually moved across that map, and it's possible for encounters to basically get triggered, or like both dialogue and combat, and I think probably combat encounters can get triggered by between going to nodes. So it isn't explicitly just a place to click on icons like and immediately jump to a location. It's actually, there's a chance of you getting attacked, almost like the old Fallout games when you were traveling between locations. You might run into an encounter. So this is the guy I need to talk to. He's like kind of a cop, as I understand it. There's also this guy over here, and you can basically like go over them and see he's like, oh, Zit guards this location, and Lesha is basically like runs this store. It's unclear whether Lesha's easygoing attitude is a result of her temperament or the fumes radiating off her wares.
Yeah, people.
Aye. So I can buy cards directly from her, so I've only got exactly 75, so I could technically buy this healing vapors right now. I don't think that's puts me at 0, which concerns me, because one of the things you can do is you'll see these different currencies effectively, or stats in the top left corner, and you've got shills, which is your main currency, health, which is your health, which if you run out of, you die, and I assume you're out of the run. I haven't lost a run yet, but we'll find out tonight probably. And resolve is basically like, it's health for negotiation. So you tend to lose a lot of resolve. The funny thing is that you can actually go to a bar and get some of resolve back, but there's consequences for that, which I will probably show. But so let's talk to Radana, because he's the guy we're here to kind of talk to. What Radana has sacrificed in scruples, he's made up for in passive aggression. Hail to Gaft! So I can start this opportunity. Hey, do you want to make some money? Got a great opportunity, but there's a hitch. I need a partner in the spree to pull it off. Pretty sure you're not supposed to arrest... You're supposed to arrest the spree, not work with them. Spree is a loosely organized collection of bandits, crime rings, and illegal debt collectors. Exactly. I need some insulation from the blowback if I'm going to make this work, so how about you be my proxy? Go talk to Goni and convince him this is a good deal and he shouldn't refuse. Goni is a spree thug. So that's me starting this quest. I'm going to get a card from it. I'm going to get money from it. And it's Admiralty orders, so I'm going to get a consumable card for that. And I can pick a card right now. So this is getting a card back. This does negotiation damage. It also improvises a card that I've already discarded if it was 0 cost, which is interesting. I can double my influence at the end of the turn. At the end of the turn, set the influence to 1. Okay, so I get double influence, but then it goes back to 1, which affects diplomacy. Or I can get a combat card, battle card, which is spend up to 3 combo, apply 1 wound per combo spent. That actually might work well with the other cards that I picked up earlier. And so here's one of what the negotiation system comes in, is that I can negotiate for a better deal. And hey, I have 36 resolve, he has 10 resolve. It's pretty easy for me to win this. So let's do that. I'm gonna need a little more money. So I will not, because see the negotiation tutorial, it's voiced and everything, it's pretty cool, but I already know how to negotiate. at least I know the basics of negotiation. So, what you're going to see here, and actually I should, now that I see this, I should probably actually move my cam a little bit. Sorry, give me a second here. That maybe works a little better. We'll see if what this blocks are later. But yeah, so you'll see on the left that basically I've got my 36 resolve, he's got 10, and what's really nice is that I can see that he's going to be sending negotiation damage my way that's going to affect my resolve, and it's coming from 4 and it's coming from this attack. So like basically you get a preview of what they're going to try to you that turn. So it looks like in this same turn, he's going to apply an intent to me, and he's an intent that I know that he's going to deal 4 damage, but then also a secret intent, like he's going to do something else to me. And then around him, along his health, there's also these like additional bonuses that I can get, basically, by arguing with him. And there's this health on the bottom, and so I can see that like if I break this down, which basically requires 8 damage, I can get this bounty. Like this will increase my reward from this quest by 69, but it's going to take a decent amount of either luck or I mean I can probably break this before the thing is that basically, if I'm understanding all this correctly, because I haven't done this a ton, is that I need to get this number down in order to win. Like, if I don't get this down, it doesn't matter how many of these I break. I think I don't get any of them. So the risk is, but I don't just want to win this, because I don't think I'm going to get anything extra from him. So what I want to do is I want to break one of these. And so the question is, do I go for the low amount, which I can do very quickly, and then not lose a lot of resolve myself, or do I want to go for the high amount? I think I'm just going to go for the middle amount of 43. So I have this basically defense card. These like purple ones are kind of defense. So Grain 3 Composure in this case, what it'll do is I can apply that directly to my overall resolve, and it will give me defense on this. And then, so now I can choose to either fast talk him, which can do 1 to 3 damage, or threaten him, which does 1 to 4 damage. So I don't know if I really want to threaten him. I don't think if I threaten him, it will have greater consequences versus just fast talking him. But whether it's hostility or diplomacy, like maybe it does, but it seems like you get kind of the end result is the same from the both. But I'm just gonna play it safe and just do the fast talk on this. And so that already got that hit for 3, so that was very good. And if I hit it again, oh, it's only gonna get 1 this time. And now I've done my 2 actions, as you can see, 3 actions over here. So I'm going to end my turn, and now he's going to get to go. You're not as half convincing as you think you are. Okay, that's coming up in... Okay, give me 1 more sec. Try moving this down here. What do you think about that video game? There's a lot going on in this interface, so stuff can be blocked. Oh, that's actually bad. Sorry. It's not an amazing place to put this. Try there for now. Okay. Guess I could make myself smaller too. And I don't really need to end... I don't need to actually end the turn. Okay, I got it. Sorry. I apologize for my fiddling. I think if I put myself down here... try that again. These two together. Push live. Okay. I think that'll hold up for a while. Alright, enough of that. So it's my turn again. The interesting thing right now is that he's using this abuse of power, he's basically applied this situation where he's going to plant evidence on me, and it only takes 1 damage to do it, and he's basically spending 2 different attacks to do it to me. So he really wants it to happen, even though he just would need 1 of these to do it. So, quick thinking, we'll pull a new card. I'm just going to fast talk it, because that'll guarantee to break this. And then... I can gain 2 influence, but I have 2 actions. Let's get an influence card. And now I can only kind of threaten him. Just 1. So he's going to do his damage, and he's going to open me up for that. He's going to continue to try to plant evidence on me. Good guy. I'm going to fast talk him again. And try to improvise. I actually haven't tried this card yet. Gain 3 exposure, gossip 2, deploy an argument with 2 resolve, and bait. Baited argument supposed to be targeted before anything else. Oh, that's really interesting. Deploy an argument with 2 resolve, bait, expend. Okay, so I just have to drag that in the middle. Interesting, so he's going to have to hit this. So he's targeting this now. He's not going to get his planted evidence this turn. And then I'm going to threaten him again. And actions. No, he took money from me in that case. Ooh. This might not have been fully worth it. And now I can pick a negotiation card. Spend 2 influence, gain 1 action. Oh. Ooh. Can erupt to attack a random argument. Allows me to play 4 hostile cards in this single turn, but that would mean I would have to have drawn 4. That could be really good. Double your influence at the end of your turn. Set influence to 1. Yeah, so that's the Calling in Favors card again. So, playing an extra action, that's kind of cool. I'm gonna go with that. Fine, I'll give you 32 shills if you finish the job. Comes to 87 shills. You better not fail. Okay. So I'm going to go back to the map here. So right now, my only 2 options are to basically continue that quest, or I can go to the Grog and Dog to attempt to buy drinks to restore resolve. Which I might need for this. 20's going to not be huge. Yeah, let's get drunk. Oh. Counter resolve. You hear a bustle from the hedgerow. Wild animals! Defend yourself. So I'm defending myself against 2 animals. No. Alright, so battle is really similar to negotiation, in that I have these defense cards that have different costs, and I have these attack cards. This card spends combo, but I'm not going to have combo right now. I think I'm going to apply defense to me. So I've got 3 defense now, but I'm going to get hit twice, so it's going to take a decent chunk of my damage out. focus on hitting this guy. And turn. Ooh. So he's applied bleed to me. That one's also applied bleed to me. It's a little rough. Okay, so now I've got Sal's daggers. I can basically start building combo points. So I'm gonna build combo on this dog. And then I don't know if there's a way currently. Okay, so I've got 2 combo. I don't have any more cards that build combo. I've got apply another defense to me. I might as well just spend it. So now he's wounded. And my turn. No, he gained power. So he's going to deal initial 2 damage to me on his next attack, and he's going to take damage. So I've pulled the bleed card out of my deck now. So at the end of the turn, I'm going to take 2 damage. And it's going to get auto-played. But it's going to get destroyed when it does, so it's not going to apply it again. So the other card is in my deck. My draw pile, so I can actually see these other 3 bleed cards are going to potentially come out. Probably highly likely, because I don't have a huge deck. I have 11 cards, so I'm probably going to draw them pretty frequently. Do some damage to this guy. I don't have... Oh, and he ran off. So one of the things about this health meter is you see it's like he's got 18 out of 18 total health, but actually this white part of the meter is basically his panic region. So you can defeat enemies without killing them, which actually comes into effect when you're trying to do certain quests and not avoid certain consequences. So similar to like a traditional RPG, you don't always want to kill everybody. You might want to knock them out and then interrogate them or something. In this case of these dogs, they seem like they'll just run away after 14 damage. So I only have to do 14 damage to this dog to actually get it to go. Like, any more than that, I think, is basically kind of pointless. But he's also going to... He's doing 5 damage. I guess he's going to attack me twice, is what that's saying. And I'm going to... Oh, no. Oh, no, that's it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's going to attack me twice, plus I'm going to receive this bleed card. And I don't really have any... I'm going to improvise a card. Apply cripple. Attack damage from this card from this target is reduced by 33%. Okay, yeah, that sounds like a pretty good thing for me right now. And I've got 1 more action, so I'm going to hit him, even though I don't have any combo points to do better with that card. Take my bleed damage, take my damage, but not my full damage, because I crippled him. He's not crippled anymore, and I've got another bleed card. So I think I want to apply one of these and then just attack him twice. I do like how snappy the combat in this feels. Oof, I'm like half health now. This might... I did this quest. I did this exact quest, pretty close to this quest yesterday, but it did not have this encounter in it. So this encounter is kind of fucking up my shit. Sorry for swearing. If I do 3 to 4, I can get him to run away. Oh, if I get... You know what I'm going to do is I don't know if that card's going to take him down, so actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to put bleed on him. And then do this. And then he runs away. And I won! I can pick a battle card, and I get 6 resolve back for doing that. It's like I got drunk. Drunk with power, kicking these dogs. You know, don't kick dogs, usually. Okay, so I got the Switchblade, which costs 0, does 1 damage. Huh. Add a copy of this card to your discard. Spend 1 combo, draw a card. Oh, so I do have that other card that I picked up initially. Oh, wait, did I do that? Yes. Wait, yes? Wait. Okay, now oh, nice. I can view my battle deck from here. Good UI, Klei. The fact that I can still view my battle deck while looking at my choices. That good, Klei. So I can spend up to 3. Oh yeah. So wait, sorry. Blah blah blah. No, I took the finishing strike, didn't I? So there's that. So this would have comboed well with that other card that I could have taken at the beginning, which basically allows me to draw 0-point cards back out of the discard. Like that's what this is built for. That's what this is built to combo with. But since I don't have that, I can attack a random target for a lot of damage. That's pretty sweet, actually. 8's a lot, at least at this. It feels like that's a lot right now. If a target has bleed, apply cripple and wound. Huh. That's also not bad. I'm going to go Bedlam. But those are all really interesting choices. So it seems like you can do some pretty neat decks in this game. You leave before any other wild beasts arrive. Okay, so I'm going to go... Wait, I thought I received Resolve for doing that. Didn't I not? Oh, it was a choice. Ah, that's what I'm not understanding. When I've seen that screen before, is you're not getting both. You're getting picking a choice. Okay. Yeah, I think the card's pretty cool. It'll probably do me better for longer. So I got a couple people here now. And its success as a smuggler is nevertheless earned in spite of her being known to skim a little off the top, whatever it is she's trying to smuggle. Another day in the feud, huh? So I can share a drink with her, but that's 45 shills will just leave me with 20. So that's not great at the moment. I don't really have kind of the money for that. Give me over cards. Gain 1 influence, expend, destroy. The next card played negates jeez, can't talk. Brain Gills. The next card played gains 3 additional XP. And then the salve will do a 10 heal, replenish, destroy after 1 use. Oh, that's really good right now. Wait, so I might need that because I'm like kind of half health. Insert bloat. Restore 15 health and insert bloated to your card deck. 22 shills for eating one of the famous fish cakes. Just cheaper than buying that other card. And buy a drink for 10 resolve. But inserts tipsy and slurred speech into my battle. So tipsy and slurred speech are basically like cards that take up room. So it's effectively like, it's similar to the cards that the dogs applied earlier to me, but they don't do any damage to me, but they do take up space. So I'll draw one of them instead of drawing a useful card. So that's the negative part of me returning Resolve, but I think I might need it. So I'm going to buy that drink. That hit the spot. And yeah, now I get those 2 cards. But when they get played, they get destroyed. So, feel like I might need the health too. This is costing me a lot. I'm hurt, fish. Here, have a fish cake. Thanks. Ugh, that's terrible. Nobody eats them for the taste, that's for sure. Alright. I gain bloated, which, I actually see bloated. Where'd it go? Yeah, so it just takes up space, similar to destroy, but it costs 2 to remove. Oof. Okay. I'm done. Let's go negotiate. Alright, so Goni's the guy I need to negotiate with. There's these other characters here. There's these patrons, basically. Goni is actually a different character. Like, I talked to the same quest giver last time, Radana, but this is actually a different guy that I need to go negotiate than the last guy, which is interesting. So I pulled the same, I guess, template of quest that I did last time. My first run, effectively, my first partial run, but I have a different target. I talked to this guy. Good bandits are hard to come by. Fortunately, there's Durno. So I cannot get him to eject a patron because he's not my friend. I could pay him to help me, but I only have 21, so I'm going to talk to him directly. If you had to get robbed, it wouldn't be too bad to get robbed by a face like Goni's. Okay. The Shroak looks up and down in suspicion. Shroak is a horned-headed species typically delegated to manual labor and mercenary work. I'm going to present the offer. I've been sent to recruit you for an enticing venture. It's secretive, but profitable. Don't be cute, Hunter. What's the job? All right. I'll give it to you straight. So he's got 20. So I think it was good for me, because we would have both had 20 if I hadn't restored some of that resolve. Though, in hindsight, it feels like negotiating for additional money in this case didn't really work out that well for me. I would have probably been better coming to him with full resolve and not having to spend a bunch of shill to get stuff back, because I basically spent through much of the money that I'm going to get in addition, so... apparently, I'm feeling in a very threatening mood at the moment because my threaten cards are up and I don't have a fast talk card. But he's going to hit me for 4 damage, so I want to reduce some of that. He doesn't have the little other icon that will apply something to me. But he is drunk. So, and getting rid of drunk removes a card from him. I don't know if that's really worth it, but I'm going to threaten him. Maybe I'll do quick thinking. I could debate him. Added to my opponent's argument. Stammer. Oh, so I make him stammer. Loss. All resolve cost is increased by 1, decreased by 1 at the end of your turn. That would have been better to have it at the beginning of this turn. So I think I'm going to debate him. And then I'm going to end my turn. Alright, so he did 1 damage overall to me, so it's not too bad. Gonna deflect again. Oh, it requires 2 influence to gain 1 action. 2 influence. I don't have any way of gaining influence right now, I don't think destroying any of these will give me influence. I could potentially destroy the drunk card, which would probably would destroy one of these intents, I guess. Which is kind of interesting. But it's not doing overall damage to him. Yes, let's do it. Oh, I got lucky. So that removed his guaranteed 4 damage from me, so that worked out really well, which is rad. Rad coming soon from Double Fine, which is a pretty cool game. I was in the closed beta for that. I'll probably stream that a little bit when it comes out. Yeah, so got 1 more action. I think I'm gonna fast off it again. And end my turn. Alright. So he's played that attempt. And it's an argument escalation. Increases count when a hostile card is played. Adds 1 damage to all intents, so he's going to start doing more damage to me, because he's already... I think this already is buffed, so he's going to do 5 damage to me, while previously he would have done 4. Which is kind of annoying, so I might want to get rid of that. Let's just spend our first trying to get rid of that. I got 1. I don't think it's worth expending everything to still get rid of that, so... Gonna hit him with these again, and see where we go with the next turn. So he's gonna do 5 damage to me, because I didn't protect myself at all. And I've got Slurred Speech, which is gonna cost me 2 to get rid of. Now he's gonna do 6 to me, because he has 2 intents. I don't really have that many attack cards, so... Just definitely gonna deflect some of that damage. And then... Gonna get rid of that buff. So now he's only gonna do 1 damage to me overall. And I'm gonna improvise and debate him again. Okay. It's looking alright for me. Goni has his doubts. Okay. So... Touch myself again, because I don't think I'm going to get through him in this... there's no way. It's impossible. Even if these roll 6, I couldn't get taken down this turn. Alright. And now that's 2. So... I can't play anything more this turn anyways. So he's gonna hit me for 1 again. And now he's got this timer, which is Impatience. And so now he's gonna deal 2 damage with his intents. I don't think I still have any influence, right? But I'll gain an additional action, but I don't think that's actually worth it, because I'm gonna guaranteed to win by just doing this. Yep, there we go. Now I get to pick a negotiation card. So I can plead with him for 0 to 3 damage. Diplomacy. I guess it's not technically damage in this case. Or no, they call it damage. Man, never mind. It's damage. But it's going to lose me 1 influence. It would be pretty rough to play this, lose an influence, and also roll 0 on the damage. That's funny. The plead doesn't always work out. Oh, this is the Swift Rebuttal to get the 0 cost card, but I don't have the Switchblade. I kind of need both of those to this work, so do I guess that I'll maybe get the Switchblade next turn? Or I can oppress. If this card dismisses an argument, gain 1 dominance. Dominance. Hostility cards deal additionally 1 damage. Reduced by 1 at the start of your turn. Huh. Let me do the Swift Rebuttal, and because it does 1 to 3 damage, it costs 1 like a lot of my other cards, and I do have some 0 costs that I get from stuff, so yeah. Sounds like Rudana has more to lose than I do. If this goes south, you tell Rudana that I want to meet. Discreetly, of course. If he doesn't like that, well, too bad. He can find another stooge. He won't be like that, but I'll pass it on. Okay. So... got these. That's all I want to do here. Rux has never met a paying customer he didn't have patience for. Look at what Ushanu excreted. I bet you need a drink. So I have some cards. I don't have money. But I can get Liquid Courage to give me composure. Gain Gain an action, replenish, destroy after one use. I get an action and draw a card. Oh, that's pretty good. I definitely can't afford that right now, though. Let's go back to the map. So I can go back to Redana, tell Goni that he agreed. Oh, I just realized there's a little notification tab over here of all the money I've lost. Greetings once again. So the good news is that Goni is very interested. He wants to he wants a meeting to make it official. What? I hired you so I wouldn't have to meet him. But it is what it is, I guess, so let's go. Your job was to be my proxy, so let's keep you proximate. Ugh. I knew you'd say that. You want to get paid, don't you? Then let's go. A little circuitous route, and now I'm over here. You enter a meeting site. Redana looks around nervously, jumping at every shadow. So this place, huh? Where's Goni? Goni shows up alone. Alright, I'm here, so if you're on the level, let's talk. Which is cool, because when I did this quest, when I did this exact template of quest earlier, the guy that I previously negotiated with, which I succeeded in negotiation with, also ended up basically threatening, or sorry, he ended up basically ambushing me. So it's cool that this time it's basically rolled a situation where we're actually going to negotiate more. Well, the two discuss their common ground and unconvincingly promise to never stab each other in the back. You wait for things to get interesting, but they remain oblivious to your boredom. All right, you've convinced me. I'm also on the other side of the screen right now. Let's get rich. As if summoned by the word, the bushes part, revealing a surly-looking bandit. Knew you were up to something, Goni. Never dreamed to be working for the Admiralty, though. Of course, that means you'll be dying with them, too. Okay, so this ended in a fight anyways, but it looks like I've probably got Goni on my side for this fight. So, but Lux, who I'm fighting, is a level 2 thug. But I've got Goni, who's a level 2 thug, and Redana. So this is a very different combat encounter than I saw the first time, which is really, really cool. It's gonna apply defense to me because she's gonna hit me and she's gonna hit pretty hard. Now that I have multiple characters, my defense can actually be applied to them as well. It's got my finishing strike, but I don't have anything to build combo at the moment. But I can do this really big damage, and there's only one target, so that definitely seems like it's worth it. Oh, wow. Look, an actual good combo. So I'm playing Bedlam, which is going to do 8 damage to her. And I can discard the card that's making me bloated that's continually coming up because I ate that meal to get health back earlier. So yeah, let's do that. And then it cost me 1 to get rid of that card and also did 8 damage. Cool. That's really good. And I'm going to stab her. So, like I said previously, I don't need to kill her. I don't need to take out all 36 health. I actually just have to get her down to this bar. So she needs if she receives 17 more damage, she will basically panic. But if she gets below 22, when she gets below 22 health, she gains 3 power, which increases her damage to me. Okay. So Thony revved up. And Redana, who's apparently also a clerk. Did I know that previously? I guess he's a clerk. He's skittish. So if an ally surrenders or dies, he'll panic and run away. But he'll also, his attacks add injury cards to the draw pile. Your draw pile. Does that mean? I don't think that means I would get injury cards. I think that applies to her. So the wording on that's actually kind of not. That probably should be to target. But maybe I'm totally wrong about how that works. And yeah, so she's activated her last stand. which I don't know if I can remove. I don't know if she just keeps that or count 3. Oh, count 3. So I think that means she's got it for 3 turns. She's going to be attacking Goni. She's not doing any damage to anyone this turn. So I don't need to apply defense, but I've mostly got defense cards. So I'm going to fight dirty. Get bleed or combo. I think I want to be building combo. I'm going to stab her. And then I don't know if this defense will stay, but I guess I'll put defense on me. And I'll end my turn. Alright, so we've already got her into this range. So now the only option I have is to execute her. But I think I'm going to accept her surrender. But she dislikes me, but she's not dead. So she might come back later. But I'm assuming if I had killed her, potentially some buddies might ambush me when I'm trying to do some questing. Or maybe she'll ambush me. So I can restore resolve or I can get a battle card. I think I'm going to get a battle card in this case. Okay, so I can get a silent steel, which is like 0 cost. Which I might be able to combo with that other card I picked up earlier. Well, let's see what other options I have. So for 2, I could do 4 damage. It's a guaranteed 4 damage. Equal to the cost of your hand. So Freighter does damage equal to the... But I guess it does base 4? Is that how that works? Is that my current hand? I don't know how that's... Okay, weird. And then wind up, if we'll discard this card, increases damage of this card by 4 until played and return to your hand. Discard this card, increase the damage of this card by 4 until played, and so it gets discarded, but when it comes back, it's more damage the next time. Think of this 0 cost. I think it might combo with some other stuff. Oh no, it totally restored. I totally got both. Maybe I just didn't click resolve previously. That's kind of weird. You can be like, no, I don't want the resolve. Goni and Lux look at each other across the battlefield, breathing heavily. So I guess we're in this together now. I already regret it. Thanks for the protection, Sal. We'll take it from here. Get paid 87 shills. Rich. And I gain the Admiralty Orders bonus. This guy, which I also can skip. It's interesting that I can skip that stuff. I don't know if there's a total deck size consideration. Ooh, graphs. That's cool. There's basic. I guess I can equip 3 items for combat and 3 items for diplomacy. I hope one of these items is a cool hat. I guess you wouldn't... I guess it makes sense that you wouldn't want to increase your entire deck size, because the larger it gets, the less likely you're going to get a card that you want. But I can't just drop cards from here, right? Oh, and this card's... that's upgrading through use, right? Play this card 4 more times and be ready to... Oh, okay. That's something I didn't pick up on earlier. So these are not... I was thinking this was a run-based upgrade where, like, potentially this card might get upgraded when I end the run, and it would be ready for a next run. But actually what it is that as I use this card in this run, it gets upgraded. And it can get upgraded to question mark. It could be upgraded to anything. Maybe that's because I haven't upgraded that card already and seen it. I can go to this meditation spot. There's something special about this place. You can go here to gather your thoughts and strengthen your resolve. Or I can go over here, the desolate battlefield. A recent fight took place here. Perhaps there's still some treasure lying around. So I've got the quest for Durno. Got the Grogan Dog. I know you can rest after a while, but I'm not really sure. Well, thought that would actually gonna tell me something about the Desolate Battlefield. Guess I'm going to the Desolate Battlefield now. You come across Delena, a priest of the Cult of Hesh, traveling alone. The Cult of Hesh is a dominant region in Bavaria where adherents worship Hesh, an abyssal jellyfish god. Greetings, traveler. Look, Kurt. For a small donation, you may accept the blessing of Hesh and be healed. Actually, that's pretty good. Oh. So, for 20 shills, I can get 32 HP with no drawbacks. Or I can rob this priest. I'm going to accept healing for... that should feel better. I healed 20 HP. 1 HP per shield. It's not bad. I'm not drunk or bloated. Oh, that stopped me. That's interesting. So I'm feeling pretty good. Let's go to this guy since I'm right beside it. So this is a quest from Healit. It's hard to believe Healit has a reputation for being a bit of a Casanova, but then you always were immune to such charms. Watch yourself. Actually, I know. I think I'm going to do ER voice for him. So, opportunity recon of force. I spent half my life trudging through the Hesh-forsaken wilderness looking for bandits and smugglers that almost never show up. It's enough to make a person reconsider their life's decisions. Can I pay you to take one of my patrol points today? I'll give you more time to contemplate the inherent loneliness of my existence. Oh, okay. I picked the right voice. Investigate a wilderness location for signs of illegal activity. Let's do it. I can choose a battle card to add. Suspending 2 combo, I can do max damage. This card deals match... Oh, interesting. So the sneak attack card does 6 to 12 damage, but if I have 2 combo, it will guarantee 12. But if this Blade Flash... Insert 2 Blade Flash cards into your draw pile, which are 0 cost cards that both do 1 to 3 damage each. Wild Lunge attacks a random enemy for 2 to 8, which is not as good as the other 1 cost card that I have, but it doesn't also get destroyed, so it's usable potentially multiple times per battle. But I'm going to get the sneak attack, because that's pretty sweet. I'll even give you the choice of location. The woods are home of the spree, nasty characters mostly interested in violence. I mean illegal violence, not like the Admiralty flavor. The beach is used by Jakes to unload contraband. Jakes is not a term I can look up. They're a bit less violent, but better armed. There's killing to be had at either spot, if you've got the stomach for it. Elite drifts off, clearly thinking about how much they like killing stuff. I do love the killing. So I can negotiate him with a better deal. I've got 27 right now. I don't know if I'm going to end up doing any resolve this term. What is... He also has 10... And the clerk is going to help me Oh, wow. Okay, this is where the systems start to come in, because Rudana likes me for doing that quest with him. And because he's in this same location with me, he's going to help me resolve this. Sorry. Stay hydrated. He's going to help me negotiate with this. So I think I should do this, because... If Rudana's going to help me... I'm gonna need a little more money. By the order of the Admiralty, stand down or else. So, Wealth Extractor, if I damage that, I will receive 30 shills. Interesting. So I can use this 0 cost card to gain 3 dominance. So let's do that. So I'm gonna get +3 on my attacks to him. And I can threaten him for 4 to 7 now. So that's likely to destroy this card and already get me, immediately get me 30 shells, I guess? So I think I'm gonna do that. Wow. And then I still got a card to play, so I'm gonna fast talk this bonus. But he's gonna get impatient with me now, so he's gonna start doing more damage. So I'm gonna end my turn. So he's planting evidence on me. Like Rudana. They all like to plant evidence on me, apparently. And I've got my slurred speech card coming up, because I haven't got rid of that yet. So I'm gonna play Sal's Instincts to gain 2 influence. Which, sorry, let me just read that for a second. All Diplomacy Dara cards deal maximum damage. I want to apply that to him, though. So I can do 6 damage to him. Targets an opponent argument each turn for 2 to 4 damage, but I don't want to negotiate him for that much longer. But I could destroy this one and get 55 money. Well, it's not bad. So I'm gonna do that. Protect my composure a little bit. And then I'm going to attack this for 6. Oh, I thought that was gonna do maximum damage, because there's something there I'm not understanding. And I'm gonna end that turn. Gonna still do some damage to me. Just plant more evidence on me. What a jerk. I think I'm going to take him down now. So I can spend 2 influence. So... what do I have in my discard pile right now? I can spend more 2 influence? No. Maybe that really wasn't worth it. Actually, crap, he's not targeting that one this round. That was a bad move. Gain 3 exposure, I can fast talk him. Well, I've got 3 actions, so I should actually predict this properly now. It's basically gonna destroy it, and I'll hit his main point. And I might as well do this, because I might as well. But I don't have any influence right now. Took some of his money back. So I need to do it for 6. So any 2 of these cards might actually take him out. Or not. Do a lot of damage to me. Oof, that was a bad roll. Not gonna be doing that much negotiating after this. Let's see if I can end this. There we go. Negotiate card from that. Spend 2 influence, do 4 damage with intrigue. Cards do maximum damage this turn with pure style. All your cards. Or I can get the plead card. Maximum damage, I think. Fine. I'll give you the extra 16 shills if you finish the job. Ugh. That didn't overall net out that much for me. Comes to 71 shells, you better not fail. Yeah, I don't think that was overall worth it. I should have started attacking his core a little earlier, I think. Let's go recon. Stumble through the underbrush into a designated clearing. There's nothing here but trees and rocks. Oh, and a horde of slavering coyotes. You're gonna have to fight your way out of this one. Adjust my mic a little bit. I think I might be coming in a little low. Hello? Okay. Sorry. Let me go back to... There we go. Defend myself. Oh, I got my silent steel. So I'm gonna try to take this guy out first. He's got lower. I don't have any combo to spend at the moment. I'm gonna protect myself a little bit and then do damage to this guy. And then I might as well so it's applied bleed to me like those other dogs. Okay. So I've got the bloat card coming back up. Didn't I destroy that? Maybe I didn't actually really destroy it. Did I get 2 of them? I can start to attack a random target. I might completely kill that dog, or I might do a bunch of damage to his buddy. Panic after 4 more damage, so I'm gonna elbow strike this guy. And then stab it. And then I'm gonna bedlam that guy. Applies bleed to me. Defense. Get rid of my tipsy card. I can start building a combo on this guy. Let's destroy the tipsy card. Ooh, 2 bleeds coming out in the same turn. Well, got 3 cards. Got 3 cards available and 3 actions to spend them, so I'll just double up my defense and hit it. Oh, and it panics. And there we go. Pick the loot you want to keep. New battle card. Applies bleed, so I get this one guaranteed. Interesting. I get my resolve, and I'm gonna pick something. Deception. Improve an attack card from your draw pile. Your next attack card played this turn will deal +3 damage. That's a good little combo. Gain 2 defense, increased by 2 for each previous card played this turn. Okay. And then spend up to 3 combo, apply 1 wound per combo spent. Spend up to 3 combo. I'm not building a ton of combos, I don't yet, so I shouldn't be getting more combo cards. Increase by 2 for each card. Ooh, but doing that last gives me a lot of defense. I think I'm gonna go with that. For my findings. Hello again. Or there. Hello again. You know what? I don't really care what was out there. If you make it back alive, it can't be that dangerous. I'll just say it was empty and it'll save me the paperwork. But now he likes me. 71 shills. Got 194 now. I should probably buy something with that. I can give 150 to him to make him love me. And it grants me a bone. So there's this relationships system. And basically, like, if these characters love or hate you, they will give you a boon or a bane. But right now, they just like me. Sal, who I fought earlier, just dislikes me. And Kushio, who's the main character that I'm after in this campaign, hates me. But he doesn't give any banes to me. So, but I don't know what these are going to give me, but I guess I know that Hallett is going to give me confidence because of, it says the social boon here, so he's going to give me more max health, but that's a lot of I have a decent number of shills at the moment, but that's a lot. So I'm going to back off of that. Dana also, so I guess this Admiralty type characters seem to give max health. That's what I'm kind of sealing. Word is Lily would sell his own grandmother if he thought he could buy her back at half the price next week. So Lily would short the market with his grandmother. Great. I'd like to ask what you're looking... Sorry. I'd like to ask what you're up to lurking around the feud all night. But then you might ask me the same. I guess it's night. So I can add 2 copies of Hasten to my draw pile. I can get the shrapnel grenade that I saw earlier. Or I can get the sequencer, which restores all charges to a card in hand. Huh. And these, but all these cards have replenish. I think I'm good on those. Oh yeah, now it is definitely night. A rare lumen fissure has opened up in the bedrock here. Funny things would happen when raw lumen vapors get on dry land. So seems to indicate with the name Healing Spring that I get health back. This fish has a special job for me right now. And this desolate battlefield is over there now. Let's go to the Healing Spring. Maybe I bypassed that job now. You find a fissure in the ground, fuming with toxic vapors. On the far side, you spot a rare healing wart. Growing fat with broad leaves on the lumen's influence. Pick a small leaf for 10 HP. Pick one of the weird fruits to eat. Receives tipsy. I'll do the safe route right now. So I'm back up in health a bit. The plant shudders if hurt by the harvest. To your amazement, it pulls up the roots and slithers away into the bush. You hope it was just a hallucination. Alright, well, welcome to Havaria. Fish greets you enthusiastically. Sal! I've lined up a great opportunity for you. Those 2 over there are night merchants. They sell rare goods you can't get nowhere else. It just so happens they need your help. You can only be in one place at a time, but either will get you a leg up you sorely need, kid. Go tell him I sent you, and ingratiate yourself. Just be warned that they'll probably both they're probably both persnickety so-and-sos. You're probably going to cheese off the one you don't pick. So I have to make a choice. Huh. Sounds neat. Thanks, fish. Okay, so... actually want to check with her. I cannot buy her influence, funny enough. Help Endo with some wildlife management. Customers late on their payments. Block out the swab. Time to make them pay up. Flesha's over there. Evening, Grifter. Maybe I'll share a drink with Lesha. I'm guessing you want to be friends now? Slurred speech and tipsy. Like other times that I drink. I gain some resolve. You have 10 shells to your friend. We gave the doze bug. Whenever you sleep, increases your max health by 3. Oh. That's kind of good for getting early on, it kind of feels like. That's 100 shells. Let's go. I'll find out if it's a bad idea later. Wow, that's really generous of you. You all right? You know that. You all right? You know that. All right. Highly skilled and highly paid mercenary working on the retainer for the Clust. What brings it back? Ask about the special job. Says you're looking for some hired muscle. Plonka the Swab looks you up and down. You feel like Oshnu on market day. Yes, you'll do. Wait, do for what? What is the actual job? You need to stand behind me and look intimidating. You can handle that, right? Depends. What's standing in front of you? Don't worry about that part. You do this job, I'll let you into the night market. Ask for details. No, really, I need to know more about what I'm agreeing to. I'm hiring you to do work, not to ask annoying questions. You can handle it, or I won't hire you. It gets you closer to the goal, and you earn my gratitude. Take it or leave it, Grifter. Guess I'll accept. The details are fuzzy, but I'm in. Excellent, let's go. I'll lead the way. Now Endo dislikes me. Esh. Does not forget, Grifter. Neither will I. Oh, he was the guy who healed me earlier. Ugh, maybe I should have gone with the other one. Let's go back to the map. So Plonka the Swab needs my help confronting Gura. Plonka the Swab opens the door to a nondescript hovel and ushers you through. Say nothing, Sal. Unless I tell you to say something. I was looking for you. That graft you sold me, it stopped working. The graft I so graciously extended credit for you to buy? I disabled it when you fell behind on your payments. Again. I can pay. I have the money. It's too late for that. I'm losing money just taking the time talking to you. I'm gonna need that graft back. But it's installed. They don't just come out unless you cut them out. You can't make me do that, please. I wasn't dreaming of asking you to do that yourself. Which is why I brought my friend here. Sal, extract the graft from Gura, if you please. So I can convince Plonka to reconsider, but she has way more resolve than me. I could refuse this and not get any of the money. I guess I'm going to extract the graft. I'm sorry, but this is my job. Try not to move. I'll make it as painless as possible. You monster. Back into Gura's flesh and searching for the graft. It takes a while. Eventually find it, dig it out. The last biomechanical tendril pulls out with a sickening pop. Gura survives the process. Barely. I won't forget this. Good job, Sal. I was worried for a moment that you might have to have a conscience. Here, take it. Now you keep it. You earned it. Gura hates me. Like, actually hates me, not dislikes me. Take the Shrieker. Shrieker installed. So that would be grafts, right? Deal 1 resolve damage to all enemy targets at the beginning of your turn. Oh, wow. Okay. Ow. The tingles. That tingles. The tingles. Ha! You could have at least washed it off first. And now, as promised, I'll show you the way to the market. Alright. So, need to go over here to take the night market. This is it, huh? Pretty modest. People don't come here for the ambience. They come here for the goods. They can't get anywhere else. Pluck of the Swab now likes you and will offer you discounts at her shop. And I also lost her as a party member. So she'll sell me grafts, I assume. Look at the Swab is tuning up one of her black market grafts. I keep telling you, these grafts are made for someone of your talents. They're pretty expensive. I do not have 225 or 150 shells at the moment because I spent it negotiating earlier. And making friends. But I could get 10 max health or buckshot, which applies 1 wounded to a random enemy at the beginning of your turn. Those are not bad, so I'll have to keep that in mind. And here's Endo, who I kind of does not like me because I sided with Pluck of the Swab. But he healed me earlier, so that was probably a bad idea on my part. The Bell of Hesh has returned to shelter all. For a price. For a price. So I can remove a negotiation card for 75 shills. Oh, so that's the way to modify decks, is you actually have to pay guys for this. Card shop has Evil Eye, Erupt, attack a random argument. Restore all resolve to targeted non-core argument. Alleviate, but also I have no money for this because I spent it on other stuff. There's a rough combat ring scratched into the sand. Rake stands guard over it, scrutinizing your approach. Rake is a Jake smuggler. You look tough for a Lumen worker. Don't let the stallions fool you. I didn't work in Lumen for long. Yeah, then you'll probably big on self-improvement. Train with me, and I'll teach you to fight Havarian style. Don't call it Murder Bay for nothing. Murder Bay is a small patch of coastline in Havaria, where the Delatrian Admiralty has established an outpost. Okay. Sorry, I just want to test something quick for a bit with my audio. Oh, okay. Okay. Seems like the mix is okay. Okay, let's continue. So that's the market I was at, roadside market. Oh, my friend Radana's in trouble. If it's a chance to save them before it's too late. Oh no. I could get healed by Alicia for 20 HP. It's not bad, but I think I'll give up the chance to go Alright. He's got a friend in trouble. We find Radana under Zit's heel, looking one blow away from the worst day of their lives. Wait and see how it plays out. So they're fighting with Zit, who I've seen earlier. You make enough of a racket to draw Zit's attention, and Radana looks up to you with wide eyes. Sal? Sal? This has nothing to do with you, Hunter. Stay out of it. I can convince him to leave. Or I can attack him, but he's higher than a lot of the other guys I've hit, so let's try to convince him to leave, because his negotiation skills seem to be worse than his combat skills. I'm afraid it does. See, Radana is my friend. Yeah, you picked him poorly then. Dura told me you're not to be trusted. Alright, cards deal maximum damage. Kinda want to get rid of that card. Scope your style. Fast talking. And then threaten, I'll take the damage. He's crafty. He's kinda drunk. But he has double edge, which when Zit deals damage, they gain composure enough to the unmitigated damage. Huh, okay. He gains some influence on his main health. And then... So this card's not going to get the benefit from that because it's not influence. But I'll have it for the next turn. Let's improvise a card. Make him stammer. And then I'll spend my influence. And do threaten. Probably should have kept the influence around. Oh well. This guy definitely protects himself a bit more than the other people I've been negotiating with. I have the buying time card. Destroy a random intent. Let's do that. Do some damage. Yeah, my turn. And my Shrieker continues to do damage to them every turn. I keep putting the wrong buff when I have the other type of card. Attack from that a little bit. And I'm gonna do damage. Okay. Alright, so... I've got the buff on Threaten, though. I actually want to deflect the damage that's going to go towards this buff for me. Hit him with 2 threatens. Oh, he's very close. He's going to become impatient with me, so he's going to deal more damage. Oh, it's not a great hand. That's all I needed, though. Ooh, I can upgrade Fast Talk. Gain 3 composure when fast talking. Or I can draw a card. And then this also upgraded. Play this card twice. Or I can just make it stronger. This almost feels like the same upgrade. But this one's like a better version of this because this is going to end up doing a total of 2 to 4 damage, while this would end up doing a total of 3 to 4 damage. I don't know why. I guess the advantage to picking up this was would be any hostility buffs would apply twice, while with this, it's just going to do more base damage. Yeah, I think I'm going to take this, but this could be good in a good combo, so I think I get why these two options exist. Alright, I can negotiate card. They could pick up the impression card again. Gain 1 dominance. I don't know, but that cost me all 3 of my action points. So it doesn't feel like this card actually can do anything for me. Maybe get more action points later? Because if I'm reading this right, it does 1 damage, but then additional damage because I get the dominance, but then that immediately gets taken down by 1 next turn, so I'm not even, because it's going to spend all my action points, I'm not even going to get a chance to use it. So the damage of the next card being doubled seems kind of better. You step off now and be content with the beating I gave you. Otherwise, I'm going to have to kill you. Fine. But remember this, Rudana. Remember, I would have killed you without a second thought. Zit slinks off into the shadows as you help Rudana to his feet. Thanks, Saul. You actually saved my skin there. Least I could do. Come on, let's get you somewhere safe. Take Rudana to shelter, and after dressing his wounds, get back on the road. Rudana loves me now, so that's going to give me the health boost. And another welcome to Havaria. It's late when you get back to the Grog and Dog, but you can spot trouble for it even stepping onto its porch. Scashio's here. You slip quietly behind an overturned table before anybody notices. I heard you've been asking around after my bounty. I gotta figure out a better voice for... I hear you've been asking after my bounty. But you're out of the game, fish. So you must be asking for someone else. I don't hold it against you. But whatever hunter you're hiding, you need to hand them over. I don't know if I can keep up this voice. Excuse me. Ooh. There's no hunter here, Casio. But we both know that won't stop you from being a mudsucker. I have a business to run, same as you. There was a time when you would have respected that. Slimy undersides of Cassio's voice is enough to draw out you out of hiding, blade at the ready. Don't be so smug, Cassio. Nobody gets a bounty like yours without enemies. So, you're the hunter? I'd have thought the Derrick would have beaten the spirit out of you. I didn't have to be this way, Cassio. Casio keyboard. You could have bought me out at any time. I'd have forgiven you. With that look in your eye, I don't think so. Don't mistake this for condescension. I'm proud you made it off the Derrick. I should have known you would. Excuse me if I don't stick around to see this done. It'll hurt too much to see you go down. Cassio tosses a fistful of shills into the soiled bar counter. For the damages, fish. If you've managed to survive, it ain't nothing personal after all. Not even the floorboards creak as Cassio leaves. For a moment, her goons hang there, watching to see what you'll do. Go down, quiet hunter. I promise it'll be just like going to sleep. Vince Leak to help me, yeah, or I can fight, which is just the high threat. Oh geez, I don't have, I can't, I have to. Ooh, I don't have a lot of resolve points left either. This is gonna be a beatdown either way. Let's go resolve, I guess. Leaky, you're the bouncer. I'm hired to help the ruffians out. Cassio's a class of her own. Gore warned me about you. How about you, Sal? So if I had played some cards to make him like me earlier, this would help. Diplomacy cards dealing maximum damage is pretty good, but I also don't have a lot of health. And I also have the diplomacy cards right now. It's not going to give me... Try to make him stammer to reduce the damage. Wait, give me a second. So that's being targeted by that ability. He's doing 4 damage on top of that. That was pretty good. But also, he only needs to hit me 3 times with that amount of damage. Stock him. Do I have a good 0 card? I don't really have any at the moment. I could play this, but then I don't want to really expend that influence. He's gonna do a lot of damage to me. Guarantee destroying that. I think I need to protect myself and then fast talk. I guess that would have done the same damage as Fast Talk. Ooh. Lost my bonus there. I'm getting him down, but damage on the next card play is doubled. All those bonus cards deal their maximum damage. And then I've got 2 actions, so I'm going to play this. That puts it pretty rough for me. I've got 2 left. But he's targeting the influence. He's not targeting my health, which seems like a dumb idea for him. But if I remove that, then he's going to target my health. All your cards deal maximum damage in this turn. They already are because of this influence. Oh, but this isn't. I can't play 4. So might as well do this. And then my turn. Okay, whew. He did not take me out. Alright, this is getting real close. Jeez, and these cards are not great. Oh, that was... he could take me out, but... Yes! Wow. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, okay. Ooh. Ooh, that was very close. And upgrade some negotiation cards. Apply 4 composure. It removes all my arguments. Oh, to all my arguments. Never mind. Draw a card with 3. And take the 4. I guess these are randomly rolled, because this... Okay, well I guess this does double damage, but gets destroyed. This gives me an influence. Clarity fast talk versus inspiring talk. Inspirational talk, sorry. That's hit hard. Next card on this turn is played twice. But I can draw 3 cards. Or I can gain 2 influence. That could be really good, and that could be really good in the right situations, but I can't necessarily play more than 3 cards at maximum, so try to push it. You gonna make me do your job for you? Nah, I guess not. Alright. Leaky steps to your side, ready to defend the Grogan dog. Better late than never, you suppose. Alright. Still a high threat, though. Ooh. Okay, he has a lot of health. Ooh. Jeez. Alright, well, I'm gonna buy some defense to myself. And I cannot target these, it looks like. Or can I? Receiving attacks reduces this by 1. Drone is destroyed at 0 stacks. Oh, I see. So I have to hit them 3 times, but they don't have damage. They just have to get hit 3 times. Leaky's a medic. I'm gonna hit from him for 5. I don't have any combo at the moment. So I'm going to T3 on him. Maybe do some damage to this drone. Spark Blast. Oof. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Discard a card, attack a random target. That's only good if it hits him. Supply bleed. And then I'm gonna fight dirty. And then I'm gonna do a stab on this guy. I'm gonna do a board charge. Oh, they're doing an electrocharge, increasing their firepower. That's not great. Oh, but I can sneak attack if I... Oh, I don't have a combo right now, though, but that's a lot of damage. Ugh. Oh, I missed how much damage that was. I don't know if there's an actual log for that. There's a log for this, but... Okay, I need to do 26 more damage to get him to run away. Looks like he's going to take a hit this turn from... Yeah, alright, so... I'm going to apply... He's doing okay. Apply some defense to myself. Nice. One drone down. Okay, so... Yet again, this... It's not... I can get rid of Bloated and maybe randomly attack him, which could be good. I think I want to build some combo. Yeah, what the hell. Oh, that was good. And I can apply some defense. Nice. Oh, you can keep respawning those guys. Good to know. Still don't have any combo. I feel like that I didn't build that deck great. Should I kill him or let him go? Whoa, that's a lot of stuff. Well, I'm definitely taking 12 resolve, because I spent all of it. Upgrade the elbow strike. So it gains me combo or gains me counter. Or combo. I can also upgrade this negotiation card, because that was a sequence of negotiation and then combat, which is pretty cool. I can get 3 composure back from fast talking, or I can gain some influence. Let's do composure. And then I can play it twice, or I can gain dominance. So I can play this first, and then if I have any other hostility cards, I could get more on them. It's not too bad. I'll go with this guy. Let's pick 3 battle cards. Improvise random common or uncommon maneuver cards. It costs 0 until played. Sino Trainer. Discard a random card, double the damage on a random card. Huh. And then wind up. That's the one that increases over time. I'm gonna try this guy and see how it comes up. So I can draw 1 card, return the next card. You play to a draw pile, gain Tactical Mind, draw 1 extra card at the start of your turn. An extra card at the start of your turn. Or Caprice, improve 1 random hostile card in your hand. Costs 0 until played. Oh, I get a graft too. Wow, okay. Boss battle graft. Gain 1 action at the start of your turn. Battle upgrades now have 1 option fewer. So I only get 1 upgrade option. But I get an extra action. For just the first turn, I guess? Yeah, quick straps. You basically get like a bit more. You can do a little bit more right at the beginning of a turn, I guess. Interior Drill. At the start of your turn, reduce the cost of a random card in your hand by 1. And then Chemical Regulator. When installed, upgrade 3 random negotiation cards. Huh. So I get like upgrades right now. Or I might get free cards. Or free card sounds pretty good. Oh, but the other one was a battle card, and I don't actually have a battle graft yet. Damn it. It's for me thinking these things through. I guess I'm like heavily... Oh, I just noticed when she fades out, when Sal fades out, I think I'm kind of seeing how they animated, and you can kind of see the layers. Like the way that the alpha is basically overlapping. So you can kind of see how they've made and animated their model. It's kind of cool. Well, that shucked a rotten oyster, but we've been through worse. We're both still standing. What's done is done. Fire's only good if it stokes your engine, kid. I should have gone for Kashio as soon as I arrived. Now you're dragged into it too. None of that. Got a bit of grit in the eye. You'll wink it out once you get some sleep. Got a room set up for you in the back. Kashio gone, the few patrons that remain return to their drinks. Them that weren't spilled, anyways. Fish didn't get to the top of her field by indulging her wounds. She barely flinches at the spit shine at an old mug. As she spit shines an old mug. I bet your blood's boiling, kid, but we survived the day. Cool your feet, get some rest, and we'll come up with a plan in the morning. Okay, so I can rest. That's the extra option I was seeing in there. So Zit doesn't like me, but Lesha does. Well, I met Sal. Can't really do. Oh, she's a chemist. And drunk. She's a drunk chemist. If this is the same Leshy, then he shipped off on half of the derrick. Oh. So he sent people to the derrick? Shipped off? Is that what? Because Sal came from the derrick earlier. Before this campaign starts, effectively. Out in the chill of the night, best cover your neck. Not for fear of catching a cold. And vampires. I mean, I have this scarf. I cannot I was wondering if I can increase my influence with Lecky, but it doesn't look like he's a character that I can... He doesn't show up anywhere. Flunks patron here. I don't have money to influence anybody right now. So I'm just gonna rest. A good night's rest can't hurt. Unless I wake up dead, that is. Cascio won't come back on my watch. And the back's barricaded, and the front has me. Me. Night, kid. Fish leads you through a curtain behind the bar, nodding towards a cozy room in the back.
Cassio always seemed larger than life, and while you sleep, you feel the shadow of her influence pressing down on you.
So Cassio is her full name and Cassie's her nickname? Okay. I got all my health back, all my resolve back. My sleeping rate's really good. Look at all the stuff I got. But that also means that I have a lower chance of drawing stuff as my decks get bigger. You slept through the night with one hand gripped to the knife under your pillow, but then you've slept that way every night since you were 12. It's early morning, but the Grog and Dog's patrons are already hard at work at their drinks. So I know you thought I should hold off on that bounty, but after last night, Cassio wants me to be her worst nightmare. I'd like to oblige. How are you gonna do that? She knows you're here. She's got money and goons to keep her safe. What do you got? You? You're damn right. Lucky for you, I have a couple of contacts who want Cassio dead. Almost as much as you do. You can convince them to work with you. Will they need convincing? Afraid so. That Admiralty doesn't trust hunters as a rule. But talk to my contact and see if you can convince her otherwise. Taking out Cassio would make a space the spree would be more than happy to fill. I know somebody who will talk to you, especially if you can bring him Cassio's head on a platter. Figures Cassio'd come after me no matter what I did. It's better this way. It wasn't natural. The way you were acting. It wasn't natural about it. If someone had sold me on the derrick, I'd have spent my time dreaming up the best ways to make them regret it. Didn't seem right that you'd come home and let bygones be bygones. And that bounty. It is a big bounty. The biggest. With that money, we could open 3 bars. I got it, fish. Dream big. Alright, so it's about 10:30, and I've gone through the first day, so I think I'm gonna end it, actually. Just give me a second here. But yeah. Yeah, I really like Griftlands. It seems really cool. I realize I just quit without pressing a save button. Hope it auto-saved. Day 2, 20%. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good. Whew. But yeah. So, that was really fun. I really like this game. I think I will stream more of Griftlands. That was really cool. I like a way that a lot of the different systems interact. I like the diplomacy system a lot. Even I think I like the diplomacy system more than the combat system, to be honest. It kind of has like more going on currently. Like the enemies have a lot of stuff too. I guess the diplomacy system just kind of telegraphs more and shows you sort of like more of the buffs and dots and whatnot in an interesting way. And the combat system seems kind of not bad, but I mean, I think they both work well, but I think I definitely enjoy the diplomacy stuff more. So yeah. But thanks for watching, and this will be up in VOD form soon. And have a good night.